No!
Somebody! Oh!
He needs some milk!
Somebody, please. I've been here for 17 days with this lunatic. Cut my cable. End my suffering.
Alright. Y'all thought I forgot about this? No, sir! No, sir! Doki Doki Literature Club. We're back in it, man. Without further ado, we are getting straight into this. No pauses, no nothing, no stopping this, nothing. We're just gonna get straight into it. Let's get it, man. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next! Oh, okay. She's coming out a little confident now. That's good. She's, character development. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transfer into the sharply syllables. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to say the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Okay. Yeah, character development. She's getting a little more confident. That's good. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops off of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your own poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori means when she says that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did! Good job, Sayori. Even Kwesi liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then the next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Kwesi. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kwesi go lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Dang. Okay. You'll come at me like that. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry so much about it. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Oh, what was that? Woo! Hold on. It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She helps back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day! I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll try to do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Why do I want to impress Monica? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Kwesi. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I don't have to say what. Sayori, there's nothing happening, so... Don't mess things up between me and Yuri, okay? Because That's how these things get started. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to,
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
I'll tell you what I do, Sayori. That'd be the end of it. I'm sorry, Sayori. Wow. I'm sorry. Yuri. Well, actually, Sayori was first. Sayori's been my best friend since day one. But would Yuri replace her though? Sayori's nice. She hasn't been giving me any issues besides the fact that she's been her usual self. Would Yuri replace her though? I don't really know. I don't know.
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh my gosh. I saw this coming. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I had to pick. I would walk home with Yuri, or I would still walk home with Sayori. Well, if Yuri asked to walk home with me, I don't know. I would walk home with Yuri, or I would still walk home with Sayori. Even though I want to say I'll still walk with Sayori because we've been like BFFs since day one, and I hate to betray her trust. So yeah, I would still walk home with Sayori. Why can't all three of us walk home? Can't we just? Oh, actually no, because Sayori and I are neighbors. Never mind. I wish all three of us could walk home though, but I can't betray Sayori, man. I can't betray the BFF. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
I know she is. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Kwesi. You're just so silly. You're just so silly, Kwesi. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it so.
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Never going to happen, huh? That's a little lack of confidence. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. I feel like somehow with these walking home scenarios, our relationship is going to strengthen, and eventually it's going to come into a conflict with me and Yuri. That's what I think. So maybe, who knows? I don't know. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Ooh, that sounds like a foreshadow. All right, we gotta write a poem. Okay, so let's do this. Friends, entropy, marriage, determination, blah, blah, beauty. Forgive, fun, Doki Doki, captive, breathe, funny, fantasy, shopping, party, insight. They're doing this to me on purpose because they know that with this newly formed attachment I have to Sayori, it's gonna make it hard for me to want to be with Yuri. So, should I start being honest or should I keep trying to impress Yuri? I don't know. Let's keep it consistent. See where this goes. Fantasy. Wait, what? That's not Tsuki. Lust. Let's do lust. We know that's Yuri from another episode. Strawberry, ribbon, dazzle, bubbles, candy, vertigo, heartbeat, waterfall. Let's do waterfall. No, I don't want her. Vanilla, fester, kitty, raindrops, ambient, rainbow. Let's do tragedy. Wait, what? Variance, jump, silly, alone. Let's do alone. Bro, I'm... Precious, agonizing, philosophy, fireflies, judgment, cage. Let's do philosophy. Yes. Together, lipstick, unending, universe. Let's do crimson. Wait, whose poem was crimson? It was Yuri's. Yes, cool. Spinning, uncontrollable, socks, embrace, prayer, calm. Let's do calm. Wait, what? That's not calm. Contamination, bed, electricity, sunset, romance. Let's do romance. Bro! Sayori, okay. Think about this now. Think about this. What would Yuri want? Desire. Yes. Let's do depression. No, wait, no. I think depression was not Suki. No, depression was Sayori. Let's do tears. Journey. Okay, cool. We're back on track. Horror. All right, we're good. Pleasure. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Clouds. What? How do we get 2 in 1? Climax. Yes. Dream. Let's get it, man. Daydream. Okay. That was kind of a 50-50. I don't know how we did on that one. I don't know. No, I don't really know how we did on this one, but let's pray that we did this right. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry. I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Piano? Yeah. Monica, I don't know what you're hiding, but you're not going to get away with it. Breakfast. Haven't had breakfast yet, so don't mind me. Oh, y'all like that? You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people, why would she like squid? That's a very specific thing to... Yeah, anyway. Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Wait, cut that out. No, that's not what I said. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone looking back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Hold on. Gotta sneeze. Thank you. Wait. No, that was it. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Kwesi, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Kwesi. You certainly know a lot more. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Huh? Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure?
Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up in person. Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. What does that mean? Person of interest? Yeah, that's what does she mean by person of interest? Unless Monica knows something that I don't. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Kwesi. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Huh?
She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been.
You're so funny, Kwesi. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you?
What?
Okay,
Nani?
I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I do now anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I just said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright.
Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know what I won't be able to get. But I already know that I won't be able to get to her words out of my head.
I can't read today.
But I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head.
Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't even hear from here. I sigh and I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Yeah, it's not like Sayori. I'm kind of worried about her myself as well. She's the ray of sunshine in our group. She's the one that's more likely, in my opinion, more likely to find the bright and the ugly. You know, the beautiful and the bad. I don't know if those analogies work out. Anyway, yeah. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flushed look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I realize that we won't get anywhere like this is what I meant to say. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So, I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. So Yuri is the focus of this episode. I don't think we should be focused as much on Yuri. But anyway, I guess she is bae, so we gotta go back to her at the end of the day. By now, it's a little bit easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But, I
I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you able to tell that? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems a little bit off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh. That's quite romantic.
Wait, what? What? That's quite romantic. Yuri's been getting kind of creepy on these last few episodes. I don't know how I feel about that. Especially because she's bae.
That's quite romantic.
Eh?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all.
Oh, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to behave dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit too much.
Kwesi, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they may be going on inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. Yeah, don't make it weird. Let's not make it weird. We're just good friends, that's it. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gently. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't always aware in you. Were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. Yeah, I'm pretty simple. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. I don't know how I feel about what's going on, dude. I'm being split between Sayori and Yuri, and even in this episode, I'm having mixed feelings about my feelings towards Sayori, because now she needs me more than ever, and we're BFFs. I don't know if it's because of the decision that I made to walk home with her every day instead of Yuri, why she's acting like this. I don't know. Anyway, let's progress.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Yeah, I do too. Okay, so who should I show my poem to first? Let's talk to Sayori real quick. Actually, let's talk to Monica first to see what she said to Sayori. They'll talk to Sayori.
Hi, Kwesi. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's gotten so refined, Kwesi. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year.
Impressive. I guess you could say I'm rubbing off on her.
I'm not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
Yeah. That's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright. Yeah, Monica, get off my case. You should be focusing on Sayori. A little bit less on me, okay?
I get you. Just be careful, alright?
Be careful.
I know that Sayori isn't used to opening up herself so much. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her.
Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
What?
Monica, what does that mean?
I feel like they're dropping little hints at me and I'm not getting it.
Okay.
You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. What? Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright. Okay. My mind is split between so many different things right now. I can't multitask like this. Okay. Let's just read this. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends doesn't exist. That's not English. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim, star glimmering in the twilit sky. Is that what it says? Twilit? Twilight? Twilit? Whatever. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. What does that mean, though? Alright, we're finished. Alright.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we see all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Have y'all noticed that? Because I definitely have.
That is facts, man. Everybody's been really, really depressed as of recently, and I don't know why. Even Monica and Sayori. That's really strange. Anyway, yeah. Are you surprised? I mean, if everyone was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to a lukewarm response. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's just more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. Sayori, I'm concerned, so let's talk to you real quick. Oh, so now she's fine. Okay, now she's good.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you?
He ain't lying.
I think Monica's onto something. I think Monica's spot on now. Sayori! Okay, you know what we'll do next episode? We're going to purposely write a poem for Sayori and see how she reacts to it. If she doesn't react well, we will continue writing for Yuri. If she responds well, then I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Probably Yuri.
Huh? I didn't write this for anyone else specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Kwesi.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Hee.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. She didn't even read her poem to me. Okay, that's really strange. That's okay. She didn't even want to walk home with me. She didn't read her poem. She's not talking to me early in the episode. Okay, I'm worried about Sayori. And even earlier in the episodes, I think episode 2, she was saying something in her poem along the lines of she's putting out so much of herself to make the people around her happy. And that kind of makes me sad because she needs to be able to make herself happy. But yeah. Okay. Natsuki, you're irrelevant right now.
Wow.
Sorry. It is what it is.
Kwesi, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you show me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Chasing? Whoa, bro. Right now, you don't need to be using these words on Yuri. Because she's gonna get the wrong idea, and so Yuri's gonna get the wrong idea, and then you're gonna be in a little love battle, and then those things don't end up ever turning out too well.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling. I'm so glad. I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something you've never even shared it with anyone.
It's kind of...
Oh, that's me. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well...
Yuri smiles sadly.
Kwesi, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So, when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Kwesi. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people feel. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all of these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time.
But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Kwesi. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me like anyone else. You've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. You know why you joined this club? At this point in the story, the feelings are coming out between all the characters. I feel like we're starting to see everybody besides Natsuki. We're starting to really dive into a different side of them. So this is the part where I need to really focus, channel my inner peace as the AC cuts on. Channel my inner peace. Just relax. Usa. Okay. And I would say that I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Okay. Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. Where's Part 1?
The trindles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows, closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and grab my umbrella, and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in the rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for, what does that say? Succumbing to his forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warm before? Giving up understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is ember.
Okay. Alright, Sayori. Not Sayori. Alright, Yuri. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No. No, of course I not. Of course I not. I can't talk today. No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared this with me.
So, thank you.
And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Sayori's lips. Yeah, look at that little smile. I once again tried to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch.
You can, the poem is...
Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice.
You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes.
Ooh, you could always return the favor, Yuri. Wait a second. Sayori's in distress. We can't talk like this. No. We need to help Sayori, our BFF. Sorry, Yuri. Your goods aren't going to work on me this time. Yeah, don't worry. I think you did a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me.
I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk later again.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Natsuki, last but not least, the roach of the group.
This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah. It doesn't blow me away.
Of course it wouldn't blow you away.
But there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
What? Huh? You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way, you thought I had to let you go long. In a way, you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Watch your insecurities in the salty sea. And let me see you sunshine. And let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember, the reason you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine, I'll be the beach that watches your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way, you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Again, this is Natsuki's poem called I'll Be Your Beach. Guys, I didn't say it. I did not say it. It says beach. La playa. I didn't. Pretty good. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later?
Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after you and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing,
She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever.
I see. Something tells me the poem Yuri showed me isn't the one she plans on sharing with everyone else. Yeah, I got that too. Of course, I chose not to mention that to Natsuki.
You could really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with doing that every once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice.
Alright. I think that's a good place to stop this episode for today. I really don't know what's happening between me and Sayori. Yuri is definitely... I look weird like that. Yuri is definitely getting some type of attraction to me, as I thought would happen later on in the episode, but I didn't think that it was going to be the same time. I didn't think Sayori's relationship and Yuri's relationship with me would clash. So I think what we should do on the next episode is we'll probably make a poem dedicated to Sayori and see how she responds to that. And if she does respond well, then we'll see what we do from there. But if not, if she doesn't respond well, then we'll probably just continue writing for Yuri. Monica is kind of like our messenger to just figure out what's going on between everybody and stuff. So I think we're pretty good on the solid roles. I think we've already assigned different roles to each person and kind of figured out what we're gonna do. But yeah, anyway, if you like today's episode, make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you give me any, game suggestions that you want me to play on the channel. If there are any, make sure you subscribe. That way you know whenever I upload and give you guys any notifications in the future. And with that being said, that is it for today's episode. Until next time.